And the Leader of the Nationals, Barnaby Joyce, joins me in the studio now. A double dissolution, July 2. 75 days away, Barnaby Joyce.
Yeah, I know, but let's... obviously, they've loaded the gun, haven't they? And we'll see what happens next. We've still got the budget to do. Let's get the budget out of the way. We've always been pretty straight that we said we'll go to a double dissolution if it didn't pass, and if it hasn't passed, we go off to a double dissolution. But now we've just got to concentrate on the budget. We want the Australian people to have a clear vision of what's happening. We've done a lot of work through the Expenditure Review Committee process. We've got that out of the way, and I don't really want to be sort of talking about the election until we get this budget nailed down.
But it's not the unlosable election, is it? Looking at the polls today, and I know you're going to say, oh, we don't concentrate too much on the polls, but
no, I do.
The marginal backbenchers certainly do.
No, I do.
Well, how worried are you about them?
It's going to be tight. And it's going to be tight, and I think what people have got to clearly understand is this is one you can't experiment with your vote. If you experiment with your vote, Mr Shorten will be running the country, and that's a choice you'll have to make. And what we saw today, especially with these owner-drivers, these mum and dad truck operators, and what's happened in their lives and how they have basically been, they're being sent broke, that's just a little memory, little trip down memory lane for what it's like under a Labor Green independent government. That sort of anarchy with all the truck drivers here saying we're going broke. The last time I saw that was the last time the Labor Green independents were in power, and that's from a piece of legislation that came about from the Greens, the Labor Party and Mr Windsor.
There's been a lot of support, though, in the polls for a banking royal commission. As I understand it, the government has put together a plan tonight to be announced tomorrow to give ASIC more powers, more funding, and perhaps bringing forward some of those Murray review recommendations. Is that correct?
Well, ASIC has the powers that it's a power. Royal commissions are not a total panacea. Where they're handy.
No, but the government is going to look at this area.
Well, I would let Scott Morrison announce that. If that was the case, then that might be a good lead. It may not, but if that was the case, I would be talking to ScoMo on that one. What I can say is that ASIC has the powers of discovery, and this is very important for your listeners. When people talk about royal commissions, they're really handy if you don't have a body like ASIC, if you don't have a body like APRA, if you don't have these continual bodies that not only have the powers to call evidence, they have the powers to prosecute you. That's why they're there. We know that the banking industry is sensitive. We know we've got to keep a close eye on them, and that's why we have ASIC and APRA, and we just can't quite work out why we'd have ASIC, APRA, and a Royal Commission, all working at the same time, knowing that, you know what would happen at the end of the Royal Commission? They'd come up with a recommendation which would look awfully like something that came from ASIC.
The Pistol and Boo saga is over. Do you think you'll be on Johnny Depp's Christmas card list?
No, I don't. I'm glad that they went into the court. They admitted they were wrong, or Ms Heard admitted she was wrong. She copped it sweet, as per the court. And they've also put out a post, which I've now got on my Facebook site, and it's going rather well. We have some good talent on that.
You're public enemy #1 for a while for going up against a Hollywood actor. Are you glad you stuck to your guns?
Yeah, because this is about Australian biosecurity. Just on the serious side of this, I mean, it's so fantastic that obviously people see the humorous side of it, but on the serious side of it, if we had rabies, which is what dogs carry, from where they came, they have rabies. If they came into Australia, they can get into your wild dog population, your domestic dog population, your cats, your bats. Rabies killed 55,000 people a year, around about that number. Do you want that in Australia? I certainly don't.
Well, neither do Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, according to their video. Leader of the Nationals, Barnaby Joyce, thank you, as always, for your time. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
And that is the latest.